We're cleansing the new apartment. Jess has got some sage and we're just burning sage to clear the space. Create a new space for us to have a wonderful life here together. Creative, healthy, happy life. Hey, Jess?
Yeah.
So just hanging out in the lounge room, waiting for deliveries to arrive. Supposed to have 3 deliveries today. Hope they come soon. We've pretty much organised what we could so far in the house, so I'm just doing some online shopping so that when we go out later after deliveries, it's quicker for us to get what we need. Been making lists as we go of things that are kind of urgent and then getting online and having a look at what's available so that when we go to the stores we don't have to look around, we know what we're looking for in each store. I've also done some measuring. Jess doesn't have any drawers in her cupboard, which is bizarre, so we've measured things up and figured out what space we have available for cupboards and shoe racks, a few other bits and pieces. Probably go to IKEA for that. This is what sunset looks like from the back veranda. It's quite pretty. That little line of pinky grey in the sky. We have been to KMart. And I've got a kettle finally, so I'm going to be able to have a cup of coffee in the morning. I can iron some clothes now if I want, and I can hang them up afterwards. All good. So the good news is I actually did have some of my old furniture delivered today. I've got my lounge, so I have somewhere to sit. And more importantly, I have a bed to sleep on tonight. Hooray. My stand-up desk has arrived in 3 boxes. I'm not even going to start putting that together tonight, but I will be able to set that up and have a place other than the lounge to actually do some work tomorrow. That'll be exciting. And I did actually do a few bits and pieces of work today. This morning I drafted a promotional post for the Social and Collaborative Learning Essentials course for the Australian Institute of Training and Development. We're having trouble attracting people to the course, so want to try something with a little bit of content marketing on LinkedIn to see if we can get more people to come to the course. Next one is 25th of September. Also did some preparation for the 2 Learning Uncut podcast recordings we've got on Wednesday in 2 days' time. Arun Pradhan and Tanya Lau are the 2 guests. A couple of days before every podcast recording, my co-host and I, Karen Maloney, talk. We have a run sheet for each episode. We get very clear on what we think will add value for our listeners, as well as from our preparation discussion with the guest, what we think they would like to highlight as part of telling or showcasing their story. And then whoever's the lead host, in this case I am the lead host for both of those sessions, we'll drop an email to the guests with just a very high-level summary of how we want to shape the discussion and the key things we're likely to ask them about, just to help with their final mental preparation. And then the final thing that I did was a short check-in call with the lovely Donald H. Taylor from the Learning and Performance Institute. He's close to having a final version of the Capability Map for Learning and Development that I helped out with, that I project managed, close to having that ready to release to the steering group. 5th of September is still the launch date, the official launch date for the Capability Map. And he just wanted to run a few changes over to me, given that I handed over the editing of that Capability Map about a week and a half ago to Don. So it was nice to touch base with him as well. So as you can see, I'm still balancing out work and personal life, a little bit more emphasis than usual on the domestic life for obvious reasons. We're settling into the house with Jess, putting some time into creating this new space to be a space of joy, of love, of creativity, of productivity, and looking for how we can transition from the road trip and retain the things that brought us most joy in the flexible lifestyle we created for ourselves, rather than revert to a lifestyle that used to be associated with living in one place. I've just had a fabulous idea for this big blank wall opposite the kitchen. My office space is going to be this little space in the corner, but it doesn't give me a lot of wall space to actually be creative on. What if I covered this wall with perhaps pin boards, like corkboard or something like that,
and it was a space where I could map out projects and brainstorm on and so on. I'm really excited about that idea. All right, that's nearly me for the night. I'm going to do one last thing before I go to sleep. I'm going to do it from the bedroom. I'm going to write my little daily dispatch for the Show Your Work page on my blog site. I really have been inspired by Austin Kleon. I posted about that yesterday. I haven't talked about that here. Might catch up tomorrow and talk a little bit about that on Snapchat. But I'm trying to do a short daily post about something that's inspired me. I've noticed, I've read, I've watched, I've done, a thought I've had, a piece of my work every day. And over time, these little bits and pieces build up into something bigger potentially. So that's it for me from today. And I'm going to have a good rest and wake up fresh for a new day tomorrow. Good night.